Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, on behalf of Diamond Billiard Products and Accu-Stats Video Productions, it's our pleasure to welcome you here to the 2017 Derby City Classic All-Around Pocket Billiards Championship. We're in the Accu-Stats Arena at the Horseshoe, Southern Indiana, the home of the Derby City Classic for the past 9 years. Before we get underway with what's surely going to be an extremely exciting couple of hours, I want to take another opportunity to say thanks to Diamond Billiard Products, to Cyclop Pool Balls, Simonis Cloth, Magic Chalk, and OBQs for their support of this event. We couldn't do it without them, and we certainly couldn't do it without each and every one of you great Accu-Stats and pool fans out there watching around the world. And to every one of you sitting here, you are the best pool fans, bar none, anywhere in the world. Thank you all very, very much on behalf of the players and the staff here. Give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. All right, here's how things stack up. We're almost as far as we can go. 347 players began this event. There are 3 players left. Nobody has a rebuy. At the draw for the right to go to the finals, Billy Thorpe got the bye. He's in the finals waiting for the winner of this match, and that match will take place shortly after the conclusion of this one. So we're going to crown a champion here sometime in the next few hours. Just one little quick note here before I introduce the players, a little bit of historic stuff here. These 2 gentlemen represent the last 3 consecutive Derby City World All-Around titles. This gentleman in 2014 and this other young man over here is a 2-time defending champion. So let me start out by introducing him to you right now, because I know none of you know who he is. From Toronto, Canada, he's a former Derby City Bank Pool champion. He's a former Derby City 9-ball champion. He's the 2-time reigning and defending Derby City 1-pocket champion, and he's the 2-time defending and reigning Derby City Master of the Table all-around world champion. No one else has done that except for a couple of people, and I think you know their names too. Sponsored by Magic Chalk and AP Lionize Your Game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the smallest man with the biggest heart. It's the Lion, Alex PAGULAYAN. His opponents from Beast League, Surigao del Sur in the Republic of the Philippines. He's a former Derby City 9-ball champion. He's a former Derby City Bank Pool champion, and he's a former Derby City World All-Around champion. Sponsored by Bugsy Promotions and Tiger Products, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only RoboCop, Dennis Urcullo. All right, here we go. 1 race to 3, alternate break. Rack your own 60-second clock. Your referee for this and the final match is Steve McDonald, and it's now my honor to send it to the booth to the voice of Accu-Stats, Billy Incardona, and Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto. Go ahead, guys.
Bill Incardona here, along with my good friend and Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto. Danny, this is the 19th year we've been here at the Derby City Classic, and this is also the third consecutive time Alex PAGULAYAN has been in this position. He's 2-time Master of the Table champion, 2-time defending 1-pocket champion, and he's here back again against one of the most formidable players in the world today, Dennis ORCOLLO, 2 times U.S. Open champion, and I do believe he was the Master of the Table champion here as well.
And he's also won the straight pool a few years ago, and he's run 198 and over 200 in the straight pool challenge this year, so he's in stroke.
He certainly is.
And he won the all-important lag for the first break.
Dennis ORCOLLO hit the knock on Dennis ORCOLLO in the past, despite the fact that he's won 2 U.S. Open 1-pocket championships, is that 1-pocket is his weakest game. Not anymore, Danny.
No.
This guy has really improved his 1-pocket game after winning 2 U.S. Open 1-pocket championships. So PAGULAYAN has really got his hands full here.
And you could call this the Filipino championship for the 1-pocket, because they're both really from the Philippines.
Now he's got a problem right away. Let me take a look at what he may have here. It looks like he's looking. Now here's what he could have. He could have a kick up like this here, 1, 2, 3, down to here, and then underneath this ball there.
Even if he scratches.
No, but you want to make sure you kick short. Now that's one shot that he has available.
Well, what he does have, too, is the 13. He could bank that into the pile and double him up all the way down in the corner on the 5-10.
Yeah, that's a shot that he probably doesn't like much because of the closest the 10 ball is to the pocket. See, and it's also off the rail a quarter of an inch. I look for him to kick around the table on the short side and try to fall underneath. I believe it's the 7 ball. See, and you've also mentioned the fact that ORCOLLO is such a tremendous shot maker, leaving him that 5-10 combination. Well, he's going to shoot that shot. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he's shooting my shot. I like it.
And he let the cue ball get away from him.
Yeah, he lost it.
He lost his cue ball.
He left the 10 ball. I wanted him to double up.
Now, with that particular shot, you have to play all cue ball. Let the balls go where they will go after banking the 13 into the balls. Most importantly, he should have played all cue ball. He neglected to do that. ORCOLLO at the table, balls open. He could be very, very, very dangerous here.
And in not playing all cue ball, he didn't really have a shot to make a ball when he did that shot. It was just like later he'll get the best of it, but he had to play all cue ball like you said, Billy.
Now, the first shot here is the most important for ORCOLLO, coming up with a shot after pocketing the 10. Very nicely struck.
Oh, yeah, great shot.
He hit it with a little below center ball. He didn't want to draw it back. He just wanted to force it over. That's exactly what he's done. Now, he may go 2 cushions forward or back. He would like to go back and do some work on the foot end of the table, but I don't know if he has the angle to go back. So he may go around the balls and play position for maybe the 7 ball here. He would like to go back and hit the 4. If he could draw it back and hit the 4, he could slide on the 13 or maybe even come out with a shot on the 9.
Well, there's a 12 pass.
Now, I don't believe the 12 passes, but I don't believe he can get back that far enough. So he may go forward here.
Hit the 4, he'll love it, but he might be going forward.
He tried to hit the 4. Now, he didn't hit the 4, so I don't know if he has a shot now. He tried to brush the 4. Had he brushed the 4, the cue ball would have went toward that side rail, leaving him a shot on that 13.
I think he's got a bank, though, on the 12.
He's got a bank on the 4 if he chooses to shoot it. But that shot is not free. Oh, the cue ball is on the other side. That's correct. You're right. He does have a bank on the 12.
And if he makes that, he'll have the 13.
He's got to hit it with some speed.
Good shot.
You know, he couldn't afford to have rolled that because then it would have went long. By hitting it with the speed that he hit it with, it shortened the bank up, and that's what he needed to do. He's in perfect line, Danny.
Yes.
I think he's got to come around. I don't think he can fool with the 4 next. I think he's got to come around for the 7 ball. That's the green ball next to the red 3. I think if he comes around for that ball, he'll really be in business. I wouldn't try to fool around at the foot end of the table here.
No, he can't. I wouldn't go into the balls either.
No. Well, he must. Well, then the 14 must pass. Something must pass. I believe the 14 must pass. But because if it doesn't pass, I'm surprised he didn't come around for the 7. And with all the indecision out there on his part, that's an indication to me, Danny, that he may not have a shot.
Well, if he doesn't, that's why he didn't. He shot too easy to go to the 7. Is he playing the 9 combination?
I think the 14 passes, Dan.
We'll see.
Because I think that's what he plays position for.
Oh, yeah.
Now the 9 will be next.
Then the 4. He's playing very well.
making sure he gets off the rail along with a nice little angle. His cue ball speed looks pretty good so far. Big shot coming up here.
He needs 2.
Playing for 2 balls. Yeah, he would like to, he's going 1 cushion straight up. Play position for the 7.
He got it.
If this is the right count, he has 7 balls. He's playing for 1. And he did. He run 8 and out in the first rack, and Pagulayan carelessly lost his cue ball on that bank on the 13 into the stack, and he lost his cue ball and lost the first game. This is a race to 3. Billy Thorpe is waiting for the winner here. He's guaranteed to get into the finals. He got the bye. Pagulayan racking the balls, and he must win this game. He's got to hold serve here. As you can see, ORCOLLO is playing extremely well. So therefore, if Pagulayan doesn't win this game, he can pack his bags, because there's no way ORCOLLO is going to lose 3 consecutive games.
Well, I don't
2
like
of them
say
breaking.
pack your bags because they still got 9 ball, Betty.
Well, pack your bags for this event.
Yeah, but
ORCOLLO did lay down a pretty good break. Yeah, that 10 ball position so close to the pocket after the break, you know, was a real difficult ball to defend against.
yeah, I'm a fan of Alex like everybody else, but he didn't play real well in the 10 ball Bigfoot. He lost to the Greek player Kazakis, who is a very good player, way better than I thought. Well, this is not a great break, but it's okay.
Now he's got to be careful here.
Yeah, you knock balls away, you leave a shot on the 4 or a bank.
Exactly. He has to not only defend against the 2 in the 13, like Danny said, he also has to defend against the purple 4. So therefore, when he shoots the 2, and I do believe he's going to shoot the 2 in some fashion, he has to make sure that he controls that cue ball. He could draw it back into the stack, but if he does that, he has to move both the 2 and the 13.
Yeah, I think he can go 2 rails behind the 13. But he doesn't.
Well, he's going to do something simple here.
Yeah, he'll end up on the pack. Shoot the 8 on your side and draw into the side of the pack. That's what he did.
Well, that bought him a little time. He didn't like the angle that he had on the 2. And with that understanding, he said, I don't like my angle. I'm going to do something simple. Maybe the next time I get back to the table, I'll have a little better situation to deal with. Pagulayan would like to reach. Did he foul the ball?
I think he did. In making the bridge, he touched the pile. That's a lossable point, and you're inning.
Well, it's not really a bad foul right there because he really didn't have much to do. You know, so therefore he's not going to really suffer that much because of that. Now ORCOLLO has a decision to make. Should he foul back, or should he try to do something to put Pagulayan in a similar situation? Because ORCOLLO probably likes where the cue ball is now, so he just might even foul back. Now, if he shoots over the entire rack, he'll be threatened with a possible foul as well. But he said, I'm going to foul him back. They're both on 1. This is 3 consecutive fouls, the loss of the game. And considering where the cue ball is in relation to the pack, you know, it could very easily happen that way. Nicely struck. And you might say, why didn't ORCOLLO do that? Well, that's not easy to do, because ORCOLLO, I thought, did the smart thing by taking the foul back because there was no guarantee Pagulayan was going to execute that shot as well as he did. It looks like ORCOLLO is going to have to go up table. He would like to double him up on the 5-13 if possible. But he really wants to leave him long, and he wants to put the cue ball as close to the cushion as possible. So, because he doesn't have the ability, considering the position of the cue ball in relation to the pack, to control the cue ball well. So I think he's going to end up just rolling on the 8 in some way.
Good shot. Good shot.
Just roll softly on the 8. Hopefully you can get the cue ball against the rail.
Pretty good shot. He put the cue ball on the end rail now.
And he tried to double him up with the 8. As you can see now, the 8 may preclude Pagulayan from being able to hit the 13.
I don't think he can hit the 13. He can't hit the 2 either.
He can hit the 7 in front of the side pocket and drift down on the bottom rail. And that shot is a pretty delicate shot because he may leave him across corner on the 4. He's got a problem here. It looks like he can hit the 13, but he may be trying to kick at it. I'm not sure. It's the 8. He left him a shot on the 7 ball. I don't even think he went down table to take a look to see if that ball was even available to shoot. Pagulayan, that is, and now he's left ORCOLLO a straight-in shot here. Excuse me, that's Pagulayan's pocket. I'm thinking opposite here. ORCOLLO tried to bank the green 6 off the 2 toward his pocket, but he didn't lose his head. He positioned the cue ball nicely.
And Alex is even now because that gave him the ball he owed. He can't hit the 2.
He's just going to have to do something simple when it comes to the side cushion, Danny. Or if he wants to go up table, he may deaden the ball. He would like to go up table if possible, but he's got to watch that corner pocket.
Well, he went up table. Harder, he would have went under the table.
Now, ORCOLLO, even though he can see the 13, I believe, that's not the only ball that he has to defend against. He has to defend against the 4, 2, and the 4 and the 2 as well. If he could shoot the 10, or excuse me, the 8 ball into the stripe and hit the green with the cue ball and slide down the rail, maybe he could move both the 8 and the 13 away from Pagulayan's side. It's a very, very difficult shot, but it carries a big reward.
Well, I wouldn't think he has to go forward if he does that. If he makes an accurate hit, the 8 will bank one rail, but he's not shooting that. Gotta be careful, sell out the 4.
Well, he didn't do exactly what he tried, obviously.
He's got a bank.
Pagulayan's got a shot straight in.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. It is his pocket. Good control there. That's the ball he wanted to hit, one rail.
I think he's going to be forced to play position for the bank on the 4 next.
Yeah, that's not bad anyway. You don't have an angle to get to the 5. Oh, he got a cut on the 5. That's a good shot.
He was able to draw back into the stack, then coming out for a position for the 5. Now he has to make a decision. He can come back for the 6 ball. That's the ball next to the cue ball. He can do that. That'll put him on a good side of the stack. Or he could go cross table under the 4.
That's what he's going to do. He's going.
And he's coming for the 6.
He's got it.
I like the speed that he hit that shot with. Now, if he's got the ideal angle, he could go into the balls here, Danny.
Yeah, he could.
But he has to have a perfect angle to do that. From our vantage point, it's hard to.
And the perfect angle would be a little bit off straight.
Right. If he's got too much of an angle, the cue ball will then go away from the stack and miss the 11 ball entirely. But if he's got that almost straight angle, like Danny said, then he can go right through the stack, hitting that 11 and open up the balls. If that's the angle that he has, I'm certainly sure he'll shoot it.
He's got an angle to hit the balls, Billy. No, he went right to the 4.
Yeah, that was a tough angle that he had. Therefore, he said to himself, I don't have the right angle, because that angle had to be exact for him to shoot that particular shot.
Well, does he have an angle on the 4 now?
No, he's too straight on the 4. He can't really go toward the stack. If anything, he's going to go toward the bottom cushion.
Yeah, he was content to just get that ball. Got a big edge.
Yeah.
He's winning 5 to -1 this game. I don't know if he could bank the 3.
He could maybe 2-rail the 1 and stick him on the 3 here. If he had a little more angle on the 1, that would be a good shot. He could 2-rail the 1 and stick him on the 3. I believe he's a little too flat for that shot. He may be looking at a 3-rail shot on the 3 here, if he has that available. He's got to watch the cue ball.
He was just happy to get over the inning and duck simple shot.
I thought that was a very intelligent shot. He really didn't have the angle to do either 2-rail to 1 or 3-rail to 3. But what he did do is he put a ball out of play away from ORCOLLO's side, and he left ORCOLLO at the table with the ability not to improve his position.
No, he definitely doesn't have anything aggressive.
Trailing 5 to 1. What ORCOLLO doesn't want to do, he doesn't want to play an up-table game. No,
It's
Pagulayaan.
5 to -1.
Yeah, 5 to -1. Excuse me. He really doesn't want to play an up-table game. So he's going to have to try to figure out a shot that'll kind of like delay that up-table game process. He'll bank the 9 back to his side again. Put the cue ball on the other side of the table against the long rail. Well, he didn't even move the 9, which is just as good. Pagulayaan has to be careful here because, see, now the 9 ball is sticking out far enough now to be banked straight back if he leaves ORCOLLO that type of a shot. Now, what he may have here, can I have the angle up table so I can get working the teleshredder? He could shoot this ball here into this ball. This ball will go here, here, here. He'll stop the cue ball right there. And he decided to open more balls up. So therefore, he's playing Orcollo's game now. I like Orcollo to bank the 11 ball here.
At the 1.
Yeah.
If he can miss the 12 going through, I guess he could.
Oh, yeah. I believe so. I believe see, but sometimes the angle that we have is a little deceiving. Let's have an up table here. I like this bank but the cue ball is going to be going this way. It may hit this ball here. It's possible. He's going to come close to that. So therefore, that angle may stop him from shooting that shot. So he'll just have to cut the 11 more. Now he's going to bank he's banking the 9. Now he has hit this softly. Because he doesn't want to leave a shot on the 8,
Good
especially
shot.
a 3
Good
shot.
shot. Good speed. Good shot. It's a threat.
Well, I believe Pagulayan's going to shoot the 8 here. This is a type of a shot on the 8 that he has that's a high percentage shot for a player that shoots as straight as Pagulayan. And he'll be able to shoot it with the speed to reach the bottom cushion.
And bank the 9.
Yeah, I believe he should shoot the 8 here. He's going to take a look at it. No, he's not even looking at it. This is really surprising. He's not looking at the 8.
Oh, he sold out.
Nope, not yet, Danny.
Well, he doesn't have a cut on the 1?
No,
Too
that's
thin?
way too thin, yeah. Yeah, that's... But he does have a bank on the 9. He has a bank on the 9. He can draw to the side rail and then back into the stack. This is a very thin cut here. And the cue ball was a little suspect as well. He's going to have to play real good cue ball control here, and this is a type of a shot that doesn't really allow you to do that. So he may be just playing something simple here.
He didn't cut it enough, but
No,
he jumped up a little.
Yeah, I didn't like his decision there. I thought that he had a bank on the 9, draw the cue ball to the side rail, and then toward the stack area. I thought that shot played really well. And it looked like the 10-14 may even be lined up for his pocket. Pagulayan has a decision to make. I think he's going to go for this ball here.
Yeah, he'll go to a bank on the 1 if he makes this. You just missed it, but he had the bank on the 1.
No, I think Orcollo has to take a chance to bank this 11 into the 1 here, because it's getting pretty thin out there for him. Any other shot, it looks like it's going to lend to an up-table game, and he really doesn't want that to happen. I think he's got to take a chance here and bank the 11 into the 1. If he happens to make it, he can get a lot of balls. And that 1 ball was laying really, really nicely, by that corner pocket. So he's got a big, big ball there.
I think he's going to shoot the 9 into the 8 and stick right there. Glance the 8.
But then the Pagulayan's going to shoot the 14 and move a couple balls up table.
Oh, he banked at the 9. Well, apparently that 8 is not an easy shot.
He's going to shoot it for sure now. I mean, he's got to shoot the 8 now.
I don't know if he's got it, Bill.
He's definitely going to shoot the 8 now, because really he can't afford to go down table here.
Can he hit enough of the 8?
I believe he can. That's a real good angle, like Danny said. Can he hit enough of the 8? Now that's close because if he could hit enough of the 8, he's shooting the 8. See, it's hard for him to go down table because of the position of the 11. Let's get an overhead here, please. Now, the 11 ball is right here. It's hard for him to go down table and kick because he leaves a bank on the 11. You know, it's going to be hard for him to control the cue ball here. But I don't know if he can pocket the 8. I don't believe he can pocket the 8.
Well,
because
he's
if
not
he
looking
could,
at it, so yeah, he would have shot by now. Yeah, apparently he can't make the 8 or he'd be shooting it.
he's going to take a scratch here.
Yes, he did. Don't go too far, you leave a bank on the 11. I think he did.
Let's get an angle from the back of the table. I don't think the 11's bankable, Danny.
But you think it doesn't go past the balls?
No, I don't think it goes past the balls. Let's take a look and see what he has here. He doesn't have the billiards, though. He took a quick glance at that, but that's not available. I don't believe he has the bank on the 11. That angle shows us that he does not have a bank on the 11.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the 9 ball, or the 14.
He would like to position the cue ball up by the 3. Matter of fact, he could even possibly maybe kick it up by there. But then if he does that, he's going to leave him a shot on the 8. So that doesn't really play well. Since Pagulayan took a scratch, you know, maybe he could take a scratch back in some way.
How about shooting the 8 into the ball and not letting him see the 2 balls near his pocket? That's what he's looking at right now.
Well, I believe if he goes up toward the side pocket with the cue ball, he'll give up the 9 in some way.
No, not if he comes back a little.
It's hard to come back, isn't it?
No, I think he can glance off that. Yeah. He didn't leave the 9. Good shot.
Yeah, well, he came off the top ball. And now Pagulayan's on a foul here, so he has to be careful here not to get on 2. I believe he's just going to just softly brush. Oh, he's going to. I don't see what he has. He may just have to just brush the 14 and drop to the bottom rail. It's like a nothing shot, but at least it'll buy him some time, unless he can stick the cue ball there and move some balls. Stick the cue ball
Good
there.
shot.
And he moved some balls, and he was able to get away with it, kind of. He's let them across corner on the 1. Now, this is a type of an angle on the 1 that there's a kiss, but there's ways to avoid the kiss, possibly. But it looks like it's a very difficult shot to avoid the kiss with, unless you draw back. I believe if you draw back, you may be able to avoid the kiss. Very, very difficult bank here because of the kiss possibility. He doesn't like it. He's going back into the stack here.
Yeah, I'll cut the 1 and go right on the 14.
Okay.
Good shot.
See, the angle that he had on the bank had kiss written all over it.
Yeah, he's on, by the way, that's the 7.
Pagulayyan has 4 balls. ORCOLLO owes 1. And we're looking to possibly take another scratch here. If he does that, ORCOLLO will take a scratch right back. Maybe. Now Pagulayyan has 3 balls. I think ORCOLLO can go 2 cushions and take an intentional. I believe he has this available. Can I have an up table angle? I believe he has this kick into the balls like that. At least I believe he has that. Let's see what he does.
Bank the 5 and triple him up. That's what he did.
Excellent speed of the cue ball. Cue ball finally coming to rest no more than 1/4 of an inch off that cushion. See, but now Pagulayyan can possibly kick either in back of the 12 and kick it out. I believe he has to be able to go in back of the 12 and kick it out. Or he could possibly shoot the 8 into the 1 here.
He's hitting the 12 straight on. Oh, he kicked it.
ORCOLLO
Got
gets
out
up
of
from
the
his
inning
chair.
pretty good.
Now ORCOLLO doesn't have anything. He can't afford to bank the 7. It really doesn't yield much. He can't go back up table, so he doesn't have anything. That shot looks like it's going to force an up table game. He's going to try to turn it in. He
I think he could.
He might
I
leave
think
a
he
cross
could.
corner.
Played it off the 1 and stuck right there.
Now
Intelligent shot.
Very, very, very intelligent and well executed shot. He's keeping Pagulayyan in a lot of trouble throughout this entire rack, Dan. As you notice, after Pagulayyan amassed that 5 to -1 lead, he's been in trouble ever since.
You're out of trap. Here we go again.
Now he's going to have to take another scratch here.
Watch out. Watch out.
Okay, he was
Wow, that
able
was
to
close.
clear the
He
ball.
almost went in the hole.
Now he's lost another ball. That 5 to -1 now has become 2 to -1. He's going to have to stay around this ball here. I don't think he can shoot. He's going to have to take a scratch, I believe. I don't know if he can hit it. He can clear the balls. Tough shot here. Good shot.
Not
Good
yet.
shot.
Can he hit the 7?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what he was afraid of. I believe he can hit it, but I don't know if he can hit enough of it. You know?
I think he could.
No, if he can hit enough of it,
He's got a bank.
this is not only a bank, it's a winning shot.
Yeah, he can fall on the 11. Yeah, he's got the bank, Billy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
making it. He got
ORCOLLO,
the
yeah.
11.
Definitely made an error there, ORCOLLO, that is.
Terrible.
Now, he's left himself a funny angle here, Danny. He doesn't have the angle to go into the balls, but he can go into the 13, but he doesn't need to go into the 13.
No, he'll knock the 13 funny.
But you know, he may be forced to go into the 13 here. Go with a high ball. If you hit the 13, good. If you miss it, you may get the 8. There you go. Perfectly struck.
Oh, he's got the 13 now, and an angle to go into the balls, open more.
He may come back for the 9 here. That's the ball he's looking at now. This angle plays natural. Speed is very important on this shot here if he plays for the 9. Oh, he had a good angle to go into the balls.
Yeah, he went into the balls and got the 9.
And got the 9 now. He's really opened the door. This looks like it's going to be a Pagulayans game here. He has 5 balls. He's playing for 3. That was really picture perfect there. He wants to hit that 5 possibly. Smack it over there or go forward and get a nice angle like he's done to play position for either the 14 or the 12.
I think he'll have the 12. Yep. He's going to get out. He did a knee body twist. He's out.
Very, very intelligently played game by both players. That was a very interesting game. We saw ORCOLLO continue to apply pressure on Pagulayan. Pagulayan answered all that pressure with taking intentionals and finally grinded his way into a shot. ORCOLLO made one little mistake, and that's all it took. Game number 2 goes to Pagulayan, ties up the match at 1 game apiece. And now ORCOLLO will be breaking the balls in game number 3. And the break is such a big, big weapon, especially in a short race, the 3.
Yeah, he would have been in a bad spot losing that game. For a while, it looked like he was until ORCOLLO made that big mistake, gave him the bank that got him out.
Yeah, for all you one-pocket fans out there who truly understand the game, I'm certainly sure you got a lot of pleasure watching those 2 champions down there battle against one another in that particular game. That was a very, very interesting game.
Oh, he made the ball. He made the ball on the break. He might have the 12.
Well, he does have the 12.
Well, he's got a chance to run out on the break.
And I think he's going to have to hit this with some speed, Danny. I think he's going to have to 1, 2, 3 cushions. Let me have an up table angle here. I think he has the angle to go this way. But if he has a different angle, maybe not. Well, we went into the balls. That was pretty risky, wasn't it?
He didn't get rewarded.
Yeah, that was risky to do that. See, he had the angle to go around the table, but he had to hit that shot cleanly because of the speed that he would have had to hit it with.
Easier to cinch that ball doing it the way he did.
But not as rewarding.
No.
Because of the uncertainty of what was going to happen going into the balls.
I don't think he has the bank on the 3.
That's not available.
No.
He may have to just brush to 3 and try to get to that side rail and play from there. A little inside English, brush to 3, and just get on the other side of the stack very softly.
Good shot. It's a survival shot.
Right, that's all. And now he's allowed Pagulayan at the table to possibly shoot the 3, maybe into the 9 or 5, and move a couple balls out of there. Pagulayan really doesn't have an offensive shot here, but he wants to be productive in some way. He's trying to figure out what way is the most productive. He would like to move a couple balls away from ORCOLLO's side, if possible. I think he can do it off the 3. He can shoot the 3, maybe into the 9, and move a couple of these balls here. I'm surprised he didn't hit that with more speed.
I know, he kept the balls on O'Collo's side.
No, he's given ORCOLLO 2 shots here. I was really surprised to see him shoot. I do believe he has a bank on the 5 and maybe even a bank on the 9. But can he control the cue ball off of those 2 shots?
No, I think if he banks the 9, he's running into the 3.
Well, then that shot's out. But if he banks the 5, I believe he can control the well. He's coming off the 1. He's playing all cue ball. He wants to get close to a cushion here. He wants to get close to a cushion. That's pretty close. Now he's left him pretty awkward here. Unless he can see the 9. Even if he can see the 9 by crossing it, he may run into a kiss. Well, this is a tough shot. He's got to follow. This is a very tough shot. He's following through the 5 here, Danny. Very difficult hit from the distance he is. Nicely executed shot.
Yeah, that's not as easy as it looked.
No,
folks.
nicely executed shot. He was in trouble there. But that's where these great players get paid off, by striking the balls accurately. What appeared to be somewhat of a simple hit, a simple shot, wasn't anything but that. It was a very difficult hit, which he made look simple.
Well, could he cut the 5 and go to the pile?
He might be able to do that, Danny.
I think so.
Yeah, he could hit it with a little inside draw and crawl down that rail and open up balls on his side. But he has to be concerned about the kiss here, because that's how thickly he has to hit this shot. I like that shot. See, that's the shot I liked, and that's the shot Danny pointed out. Had he hit that with some speed and some draw, he may have opened up 2 or 3 balls put to his pocket. But you know what? You really can't fault him for his thinking. He wants to keep the pressure on Pagulayan, and a good way to do that is keep that cue ball close to a cushion and leave distance.
He's going to shoot the 9 and go forward, knock the 9 away.
Yeah, he would like to end up close to the stack here with the cue ball. Nope, he's not even trying to do that.
Well, O'Collo doesn't have a ball that passes and goes, so there's no threats there.
I don't know what kind of an angle he has with the 5 ball. Let's take a look at behind the cue ball with the camera at the 5 ball. The other angle, the 5 to the 12. No, I don't think he has that. There it is. I don't think he has the angle to shoot the 5, into the, I believe it's the 14, and follow up with the cue ball and have the 5 bang toward his pocket. I think that's too thin. He's taking a look at it. He would like to do something with the 5, but he doesn't want to disturb the 4 and the 14, because those 2 balls really favor him.
Yeah, not much passes for Pagulayan.
He wants to try to bank the 9. It doesn't really carry much of a penalty if he doesn't make it, but it does give him a big advantage if he's able to hit it well. So therefore, he's going back to the bank on the 9. He's going to try to put the cue ball in between the 4 and 1 here. Let's see how well he hits this.
Oh, that's a good hit. He did what you said.
Almost a good hit. But now Pagulayan has worked his way out of the break. He left ORCOLLO in a situation where there really wasn't much available. ORCOLLO showed a shot that could have worked out, but he just didn't hit the 9 well enough for it to get down table in front of his pocket. Had he been able to put that 9 in front of his pocket, then Pagulayan would have still been in a lot of trouble. But now it looks like Pagulayan has pretty much worked his way out of it. He would like to overhead. Maybe he would like to cross the 3, but most importantly, send the cue ball over in this area here, not leaving any banks with these 2 balls here.
That's going to be tough to do.
He wants to put him in the stack then. He doesn't want to leave any banks.
He left the bank.
He didn't leave. He didn't really leave anything here, Danny.
I think he's got the 3. It's a thin hit, but I think he's got a bank on it.
No, the 3. No, he
It's
can't.
too thin.
Yeah, he can't bank the 3. He may come off the right side of 3 and go all the way back up table again. Or maybe just... Let's see what he does here. He tried to kill it and go into the
Yeah,
stack.
he left the bank on the 3 now.
No, looks like a kiss here, though.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not. It's not going to be easy to get away from the kiss here because he wants to play shape for the 2. You know? It's going to be close to a kiss here.
Well, close doesn't mean it's a kiss. I think he's got the bank without
Yeah,
the
he could.
kiss.
Yeah, I think the cue ball's high enough. I think it's high enough. Take a real good look at it.
See,
Nicely
no kiss,
executed.
whether it's close or not. No kiss.
No kiss was right.
Now he's got the 2.
He's got the 2, but not much ability to do anything else.
No, just cinch the 2. Maybe do something with the lime ball.
Whoa,
Oh, he missed
boy,
it.
did
It
he
went
get
in the hole.
unlucky there.
Oh, I thought he went right
Had
in
he
the hole.
scratched there, that would have been one of the more unlucky shots of the tournament. He went through had he clipped the 11 ball there, he may have opened up the 9 or the 5 or something. Well, he wants to move these 2 balls and draw the cue ball back down table here. He'll move them both to his side, maybe create some good action, but he wants to draw the cue ball down table.
Maybe open the pile a little bit.
Yeah, which he's done,
Control Whitey.
which he did.
Yeah, he didn't leave anything.
Yeah, ORCOLLO is undoing up until this point of the match was to leave Pagulayan those 2 cross corner banks, where he probably could have fared much better on both of those leaves had he struck the ball better. But he didn't. He left Pagulayan 2 cross corner banks that really cost him.
Pagulayan got unlucky the way the cue ball went through the balls. Almost scratched. Didn't hit anything.
Well, the score in game number 3, which ORCOLLO broke the balls in game number 3, is tied up at 2 balls apiece. Big game for both players. More for ORCOLLO, because if Pagulayan wins this game,
He's breaking to
he'll be
win.
breaking to win.
Well, he's got a bank on the 5, but I don't think it's free.
Well, he's taking a look at that 10-1 combination, saying, well, if I bank the 5 and go up table, will I leave that 10-1 combination? You'll probably leave it, but will ORCOLLO shoot it? That's the problem. For ORCOLLO, that is. Now, we can cross the 8 to his side. That's a good shot, crossing the 8 to his side and going up table. That's my shot. But, of course, I don't shoot as straight as Pagulayan.
No kidding.
Now, banking the 6, this is the 6, I believe. He may bank the 6 and come cross table with the cue ball.
Yeah, let him have the combination. Oh, he hit it good, but not hard enough. Oh, that ball was in, but he didn't hit it hard
See,
enough.
I don't like that shot nearly as much as I like banking that 8. Banking that 8, as long as you don't have to make it, you're going to position it close to your pocket and put the cue ball basically in the same position that it's in now.
He could have put it on his side anyway.
Yeah, and put the cue ball up table, and plus the 6 would have been closer. Now he's got to miss the kiss here too.
Yeah, this is probably a kiss. Oh, he didn't bank it to the hole.
Watch out! Watch
He
out!
sold out the 8. He did sell out the 8.
Pagulayan is really playing, in my opinion, very conservatively. And I think that there's a lot to be said about the way he's playing here.
Well, he's got a long shot on the 4, and he's on the rail.
Yeah, but he may shoot the green ball here.
I think you got to.
I think he may shoot the other green ball. An overhead, please. I think he may shoot this ball here.
Yeah. And the other green ball goes, the 7.
But this ball carries natural protection with the stack.
Oh, yeah, you can't shoot the 7 now. But if he shoots the 6 and makes it, he overcut it. It's a threat. I don't know if the 1 passes.
No, nothing goes here. He's going to have to softly kick into the 7. Now he's taking a look at the 9 here. I'm going to have an overhead, please. These 2 balls, he's looking at these 2 balls here to see if the 9 passes. Now, Danny, tell me, considering that the 11 and 12 are all frozen, if he hits the 11 ball, he'll get good action with the 9, but where does it go? You know, because he'll definitely move the 9 toward his pocket. If it's lined up, he should shoot it, but I don't think it's lined up.
He's got a light kick at the line ball. Good shot. Now, if Ocala doesn't have a dead ball, Pagulayan could shoot the lime green 7 ball or 6 ball.
It looks like it's pretty thin, though.
It is, but
He might move the 1 on his side with this shot and the 10. No, I don't think he's even shooting that shot. No, he's going to move the cue ball to the stack area, position another ball on his side.
Oh, harder that ball was going.
Well, you can't really have done anything better than that.
He did pretty
He
well.
used the stack for protection. He positioned the 7 ball very close to the pocket, creating a lot of problems for Accu-Stats and applying a lot of pressure as well.
There's a lot of pressure because if Pagulayan wins this game, he'll be shooting at his game for the match with the break. Good escape the inning, that's it.
Let's have an overhead, please. I believe he may have this shot. I believe he may be able to send this ball and send the cue ball up here, leaving him straight in on this ball. And possibly this ball may just come out and block it. So therefore, that shot may be available, or maybe he's too thin on it. But I think he'll protect that ball near his pocket well with that shot. Now he's going to leave some sort of a bank here.
Yeah, on the 4. I don't think he can not sell out, though.
No, he can't shoot the 4. Very interesting. He's going to have to take an intentional here. I don't know if he's banking.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 4.
I don't think he should shoot the 4. You think
I
he's
don't
gonna,
either. It's
Yeah.
not free.
Well, you know what? If the 10-1 is makeable, he's going to shoot the 4.
He's going to shoot the 4, Billy. I could see the body angle.
Yeah, well, he's trying to gear himself up to shoot this 4.
Oh, you better not miss it, or he's going to be in trouble with the match.
Oh, he knows it. He knows all about the penalty it carries.
He didn't make it. Oh, yes, he did. Amazing. That's a great shot. You know, he didn't duck. Now he's going to shoot the 1.
Interesting. How is he going to shoot the 1?
Got the combination.
Yeah, is he going to gamble with the cue ball, go forward, or is he going to
What's the
cinch
difference?
it?
If you think you're going to make it, you know, I think he can shoot it.
Yeah, well, he's going to shoot the combination. I'm saying, what is he going to do with the cue ball? Is he
Go
going to
forward. He'll hit probably the what is that? The 14 ball or the 15? Yeah.
You know, by going forward, you make the shot play more difficult.
He's going to hit the 5.
You see, by drawing it, the shot plays easier. By going forward, the shot plays more difficult.
I know, but I got to go forward and hit the 5. If you're shooting it, you might as well get rewarded. He's going to make this, Billy, and hit the 5. He missed it, though. Now he sleeps in the street.
Yeah. See, when you go forward, the shot plays a little more difficult than if you cinch it and go back.
Well, Alex doesn't care. He don't mind that.
Yeah, it looks like Alex is going to be in a real good position to win this match and then into the finals. If he can crack the break here, which it looks like he is, he'll be breaking in game number 4
To
for
win
the match.
Yeah. He's going to get out. He needs 4, and he will get out.
See, that shot ORCOLLO had in that combination. It was
Well,
definitely
you were right about
definitely
that. I thought
definitely a
it was-
decision to make there because of the ball count. You know what I mean? You got out of all that mess you were in. Now you got a nice combination to get a 1 and maybe get another shot, maybe a bank or something. Well, he tried to go for the win, and I can't fault him for thinking like that. But that particular decision carries a penalty,
Yeah.
a bigger penalty because of the difficulty of the shot in the execution end of it.
Alex is getting out here. Yeah, the 10 goes.
Oh, he has 6 balls. He's playing for 2.
Got the 7 next, so he's out.
He's out. Game number 3 goes to Pagulayan. He now leads in a race to 3 by the score of 2-1, and it's his break. Billy Thorpe, the only other player left in the tournament, also has 1 loss. So therefore, the winner of this match will go against Billy Thorpe, that young 20-year-old, I mean, really
For the
straight
title.
shooting guy with, you know, for the title. And Alex Pagulayan, to get into this position, played a match against Billy Thorpe. That match went to the hill 2 games apiece, double hill. Pagulayan won, which enabled him to get into the 3 remaining players, and he played ORCOLLO.
I think if Pagulayan wins this match here, he's a big favorite over Thorpe.
Well, big is a tough word to describe.
Well, that's how I feel about it, because I watched Thorpe a few more matches than you did, and I don't think he plays one pocket as well as Pagulayan. And Pagulayan, it looks like he's in stroke now.
He's playing very solidly.
That's not a great break.
No. But it's not what we could consider a bad break. A bad break is when you sell out something.
Yeah.
I don't think he has anything, ORCOLLO that is, to improve his position.
I don't know how full he can hit the 12.
He wants to drop behind the 5 here. So therefore, get a ball on his side and drop behind the 5.
He did it. He did it pretty nicely, Billy.
It's always a benefit to get a ball like the 12 ball on your side of the table By doing that, then you limit what Pagulayan could do.
Pagulayan cannot shoot to 13.
And he's going to have to do something simple here. He's going to do something simple. This requires something very simple.
Yeah, that was simple enough.
Now ORCOLLO is straight from up and down on the 5 and 11. Those two balls are going to be very difficult to come off of. He can come off the 5. Now the striped ball near the side pocket is a very difficult ball for him to consider hitting. So therefore, he has to concentrate on the 5 and the 11. He's got to roll toward the 5 here, I believe. That's going to be the shot. He's going to have to roll very softly toward the 5. Nothing much he can do here.
Don't let the cue ball come out.
Very softly toward the 5.
It was a good shot.
That's good speed. That's what he wanted to do. Putting Pagulayan basically in the same position, but in this position, the cue ball is slightly further from the rail than it was the last time, which gives Pagulayan a little more ability.
How much of the 10 could he hit?
Now he could roll on the 10, but now if he does that, he leaves ORCOLLO a good angle.
I'm talking about banking a 10.
No, he might be able. It's tough. It's possible. It's possible. But you know, if he hits it badly, he could scratch. He knows that scratch is there, but banking it, he's looking to roll softly on the 10. But that shot carries two problems. The first is the cut on the 12. The second problem is the bank on the 13. So therefore, that shot, in my opinion, wouldn't be the right shot. Maybe he could bank to 10 like Danny said. I think that even though that shot carries some danger to it, I think that's the best shot.
I think so too, Billy.
But it's a dangerous shot. Is it worth the trade-off now to try to execute that shot? Because any other shot, from what I can see, is going to give the edge to ORCOLLO, other than backing at the 10. But backing at the 10 carries a penalty if he doesn't hit it really well. He decided to take a scratch. You know what? It's been working out for him. Those little intentional scratch moves that he's been continuing taking whenever he's been confronted with a problem. And it's been working out for him because he figures he can outmove ORCOLLO. And it's up to this point, it's been proven that he can.
Yeah, he looked at the cut on the 2, but I don't think he can do that. He's looking at it again.
Now, ORCOLLO has a problem from his position. You know, he really can't afford to bank to 10. He can't because of the 5, 11, and the 13. He may have to move to 2 and draw the cue ball to the other side of the stack. Now, he can move to 2 and draw the cue ball around. Well, he's going after the ball, Danny.
Yeah, he can shoot it. It's a thin hit, but he can shoot it. He made it.
Excellent shot.
Now he's got the bank on the 13 into the pile.
Now, he's got to be careful with this shot, you know, because bad things can happen here. A ball can leak out and leave a return bank because he has no protection with this bank. You know, he may be better off trying to position the cue ball behind the 5 in some way.
He could kick at the 5.
Yeah, he may be better off doing that. He would like to open up some balls on his side, but it's not going to be free. He could cross this ball and go behind the 5. Get that ball on his side of the table. You got the kiss.
Double kissed it.
You got the kiss. Well, he's made a couple mistakes, unforced errors, by the way, I may add, that's cost him a lot. And this may cost him the match.
Yeah, this is fatal because Pagulayan could get at least 3 here. I don't know how the how does the 6 look? Does that look like a combination?
No, there's no dead balls in the rack.
That's the 7 anyway.
Yeah. He's going to just get some balls. Like right now, the score is, I believe, 1 apiece.
Yeah.
And with 2 more balls, he'll have a 3-1 advantage. And he'll may be able to open up the balls and freeze them in the stack in some way. I think his thinking should be to get these 2 balls and position the cue ball to where it'll open up more balls and protect them with the stack. Maybe he's going for the 10 here. Nope. Now this is a good angle. He'll just go across table, play position to maybe do something with the 9 ball and then stick the cue ball in the stack and open up a few balls close to his pocket. I don't think he should go into the balls here. I think he should just play a real solid, conservative style right
he
here.
He looks like he's going into the balls. Looks like he wants to go into the balls. Right-hand English, 1 rail. He did. He got the 8? No, he didn't.
No. I think the other way, of course, I'm not going to argue with this guy here, 2-time master of the table, 2-time defending 1 pocket champion, because if I had his ability, very, very...
What's he doing? He's just going to shoot it into
off
the
the
3.
Off the 3.
And snooker him. Good shot.
Now he's going to open up some balls and freeze them on the green here. On the yellow, he's got to be careful with this shot. He's going to lose the cue ball. He could lose the cue ball here. He may have left him a bank on the 11.
Not free, Billy.
It is free if he can draw the cue ball back.
It looks like he has to jack up to do that, but he is shooting it.
Does it have the speed?
It's got the speed, but not the accuracy. Not bad. Could he bank the 4?
No.
No,
He's going to have to
it's
try to
not
put him
free.
behind the 8 here. That's where he wants to go, behind the 8. Just brush the 11 and drop behind the 8. That would be the ideal spot. Hit it
Good
too
shot.
hard. He moved the 8 too far off the cushion, which has given Pagulayan an escape. Had the 8 been closer to the rail and closer to the cue ball, Pagulayan would have been in a lot of trouble. He shot that shot a little too hard.
He's leading in games 2-1 and in balls 2-1.
Now the 3 is bankable, so he has to be careful here.
Can he get the 3 past the 8?
Nope, the 8 ball positioned right in the lane for the banking on the 3. I think he's got to go under the 3 again and put it behind the 8. But he can't afford to allow him to see the 9.
Could he two-rail the 3 at the pile and go upstream with the cue ball?
Well, he wants to go off the 14 and put him. That's a little more difficult of a hit. To go off the 14 and put him on the 8. That hit is more difficult, but it's more rewarding. See, this is a more difficult hit. He has to be very, very accurate with the hit here, with the cue ball. Let's see, he's gotten away from that shot twice now. This is the third time he's gone down to this shot here. He don't like it. I think he's better off coming off the 3. It's simple, and maybe the next time he's back at the table, you know, he'll have something better. The Pagulayan, it does have a little bit of a problem here.
Yeah, he's got a big problem. Got to fan the 3 and not hit the 9.
Very difficult shot. Very difficult shot.
He took a scratch.
Look what he's done with the cue ball, Danny.
Beautiful.
Look what he did with the cue ball. That was definitely, definitely a fair trade-off there. Yeah, give up a ball, but look what he did with the cue ball. He's created a lot of problems for ORCOLLO. Now, how many intentional scratches has Pagulayan made in this match? At least 5, I would think, you know?
Yeah, right. He's taken a lot of them.
And that's...
And this was a great one.
Yeah, that's a testament to the strength of the upper echelon players in terms of, give up a ball. Give up a ball to gain a favorable position. Give up a ball to create a favorable
He
position.
sure created a favorable position here, Billy.
Now, this shot has to be struck well, too. He's taking an
He's taking
intentional.
intentional all the way down behind the 8 and 3. Good speed.
Excellent speed. Excellent speed. Excellent speed. And this is a great battle going on right here. They've come with 2 real good shots. Now he's put the pressure back on Pagulayan here because Pagulayan has problems here. He can't hit enough of the 3 to shoot the 3 into the 9. Had he had enough balls to hit with the 3 to shoot the 3 into the 9, he could have moved both of those balls. But he doesn't have that ability. I don't believe. He may. Let's take a look.
I don't think so, Billy. Got a kiss.
Okay, you know what? That was a very interesting series of shots there. You know, a lot of real good defensive, smart, intelligent moves by both players. ORCOLLO finally getting the better of it. Now let's see what he can do. He trails 2 games to 1, and he desperately needs to win this game here, or the match is over. Ball count 1-0 in favor of Pagulayan.
Then he switched it around real good because he'll be breaking on the hill. I mean, he'll get about maybe 4 balls. The 9. The 6. The 3. And he might fall on the 11 and a bank on the 8 after that. He can get a lot of balls here. Well, that stopped him a little bit.
He may come back for the 3 here.
Yeah, he's got the 3.
You know, shoot the, is that the 7 he's going to be shooting here, or the 6? And come back for the 3.
This is the 6, I believe.
Okay, he wants to come back for the 3. It's not the easiest shot to execute.
He could do it with English. He doesn't even have to hit it low. He can English it to the 3.
Nicely executed. He wants to maintain that angle to drop for the 11 here.
Yeah, he got it.
Nice speed, Danny.
He got it.
Nice speed there. Now, if he can get an ideal angle on the 11, he could do some serious damage here. This is a big shot for ORCOLLO coming up right here. He wants to get close to that 8, possibly, to get the angle on that 11 to open those balls up. But that's what he wants to do.
He might be rolling right at the 8 without hitting it hard. No, he was satisfied just to take the cut on the 11. It's a little too thin to go to the 8.
But he may be able to brush the 2 here. He wants to go. I don't like him going underneath here. I don't, you know.
No, he doesn't have the
No,
angle.
I think he's got to go with right angle. He should maybe brush that 2, or maybe go up for the 4. Brush the 2. If he misses it, he goes up for the 4.
He got to the 4, and the other ball too.
Yeah, well, now what do you do? I think you got to shoot the 4 here, Danny.
I think you can shoot the 12. You'll still have the 4.
Yeah,
You got to shoot the 12 here, Billy.
yeah, we're shooting the 12 and play safe for the 4. Let's take a look at the ball count. He has 4. He's playing for 4.
He can get them. Good shot. They shoot so straight.
Yeah, when you
Now
shoot
you
that.
got-
Yeah, when you shoot that straight, what a luxury to have.
He can go right to the 8 now.
He can also brush the 5. No, I don't think he can brush the 5.
No, he's going wide of the 5.
Yeah, he's going toward
He's
the
going
8.
to the 8.
He would like to go to the other side of the 8 and end up straight in on the 8. But he may not have the angle. He may be getting too close to the 8. Let's see how close he comes to the 8.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't
see, he
get
didn't
it.
have the natural angle.
No, he didn't.
And had he had the natural angle, he would have rolled
Well-
it as opposed to hitting with a little.
Well, if he saw
center
that
ball.
angle, he could have gone to the bank on the 8.
Right. If he wasn't sure that he could have gotten at least a decent shot on the 8, like Danny said, then he should have forced it to the side rail and then back across table for the bank on the 8. And that wouldn't have created more of an accuracy problem in terms of pocketing the ball. But it would have certainly given him a better shot on the 8.
Well, all he has now is bank the 8 upstream.
And he would like to position the cue ball on the rail by the center diamond. See, I don't like where he positioned the cue ball because now he's not forcing Pagulayan to play an up-table game. You know, Pagulayan, I don't know. I don't believe he's going to fool with anything down here. Do you, Danny?
No.
I don't think he should. I think he should come off that 8 in some way.
Well, be cautious now because you took the lead 6-1.
Looks like there's a dead ball here. He's kicking here. If that 12 ball is dead, I don't.
I don't know.
Let's take a look at
no,
it.
it's not kissing enough.
Let's take a look at it.
Oh, it went in. You're right. He's going to win this game.
No, he doesn't have a shot.
No.
Score now is 6-1. I was kind of surprised to see him shoot that shot if there wasn't a dead ball because he needed he needed 7 balls. Now the score is 6-2. And we like to pocket the 8 here, bring it back down table.
He did that.
Yep. Now he's applying pressure on ORCOLLO. See, I didn't like ORCOLLO's shot, but that ball being dead like a kiss, I think he should have tried to do something with that ball, in some way. But evidently he didn't think of it, or maybe didn't recognize it.
That's more like it. I don't think he recognized it. What does he do now?
He would like to cross to 14, but that carries a scratch. So he can't do that. You don't want to bring another ball down table with the 10, but he may be forced to. I think this is one of those rare times when you got to bring that ball down table. Even though you carry a 6-2 advantage, I think your best defense is an offensive shot here. I think you should bring the 10 back down table here. This shot here puts him in a bad position. He's going to give him a bank on the 10 here, or maybe even a scratch.
Or scratch. Oh boy, that was dangerous. He did all right with it. I don't think Pagulayan could bank the 10. Well, I don't know.
No, he
Can
can't.
shoot?
No, he got to position a ball on his side of the table, play the cue ball close to a cushion. Oh wow, he didn't pocket the ball. He needed to pocket that ball, but it's not free. Because if he misses this, he may leave a cross corner bank here.
Depends on the speed he shoots with.
Cue ball almost frozen to that cushion. It's very difficult to hit it with the speed and maintain accuracy.
It's a tough shot anyway. But he shoots so straight, he might fall on the 2.
It's a soft roll with an overcut. Slightly overcut, soft roll. Nicely shot. It wasn't a soft roll. He just shoots too straight. Now you can bet balls are going up table here.
Yeah, he could knock a few of them up table here.
No, I don't think he can because he runs the risk of selling out something. Even though the balls, it looks like you can knock maybe 1 or maybe 2 up table, I don't think it's worth the gamble here. I think he's going to play conservatively here. He's going to be real careful here. Maybe
He needs 1. That's what he needs. Pagulayan needs them all.
Yeah, well, I think he's got. I think he's got to play real careful here. I think he's got to dig down and try to. Well, he's not. He wants to play the 6 off the 2. That's what he wants to play. But that's a very risky shot. Well, that's very conservative. That's good. I like what he did there, Danny. Because you got to be careful. Even though you want balls up table, there's a right way to send them up table, and there's a right time, and there's a wrong time, and I thought that was the wrong time.
Well, he's not looking at shooting the 1, is he? Nope.
He's looking to bank this ball for sure.
Very thin hit. He over-thinned it, if there's such a word.
Now ORCOLLO can bank 7 back up table where he in front of that pocket. I don't think he'll leave anything other than a 2-railer on the 2. I wouldn't do this.
He's shooting it.
I wouldn't do this.
How about if he makes it? Oh, he
I
hit
wouldn't
the
do
point.
that.
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
hit the
asking for
point.
trouble now. He should have never brought that ball down table. He
You're
leads
right.
7-1, or 7-2.
You're right.
He
If he
never should have brought that ball down table.
he couldn't lose as long as that ball
Didn't
was
like that
over
shot
there.
at all. I liked him banking that 6 ball back down table. I don't know what went through his mind there. Now he can come off the 8 and go back up table again. That may be the right shot here, or the 5. But if he feels that he might carry him into the 7, that's the wrong shot.
He needs them all, and ORCOLLO helped them put them all in play.
Inside English, come up by that side pocket with the cue ball.
He overcut it. But they're all in play, you're right. ORCOLLO has to be careful.
You're not kidding. You are not kidding. He did it to himself here. He did it to himself. He may have to kick at the 6 here.
Try to tie up the 10.
I don't like this shot either.
You're right. You can't go at the 1. Bank the 1 on his side. I like your kick at the 6. Or that's the 7.
He's got to be careful here. This could be his last shot, even though he only needs 1 ball.
Why
Oh,
did
my.
he do that? I thought he had a scratch there.
Wow, that's twice now.
He's not thinking straight, Billy. Oh, he's going to lose the match now. Pagulayan will punish him with that.
A lot of people out there scratching their heads, wondering
Yeah.
why ORCOLLO, recognized as the world's finest, or one of the world's finest players, have blundered 2 consecutive times, leading 7-1, opening the door for possibly the best player in the world in Pagulayan. And you know this killer right here, he's really a lion, Mr.
He
Pagulayan.
is, yeah.
Trust me.
He's going to go 3 rails right to the 1 and 10.
This is the shot he would like to shoot. And he said go 3 rails, cutting to 6, going 3 rails, or even up and down to the 1 and 10. Excellent shot maker. He knows it's there, but it carries a penalty if he doesn't hit it well.
It's a tough shot, but it's a chance to win the match.
Yeah, but he likes his position. There are other shots available here. Now this shot here is a better shot because he's
He
able
can
to
control it.
He's able to.
He made it. Look at that shot.
Right.
He didn't get a shot.
Well, he used the balls for protection, but now they're protecting the balls for ORCOLLO now.
Yeah.
He wants to end up near the side pocket with the cue ball. He doesn't want to allow ORCOLLO to see the 6, or he doesn't want to let him to kick at the 6. He wants to end up by the side pocket. Now he's allowed him to kick. If the 8 blocked the kick, it may have blocked the kick here.
Yeah, he did.
Now he's in trouble. He can shoot the 8, but he leaves a cross on the 14. He would like to get him back at the 6, but the 8 precludes him from kicking him back at the 6. He can follow through the 8 in back of the 6, but that shot carries a high degree of difficulty. So therefore, there's nothing appealing out there for ORCOLLO. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
He's trying to go behind it by following through the 8.
Made a good shot,
Made
Billy.
an excellent shot. He couldn't have done much better than that. He certainly would have accepted that prior to shooting the shot. So therefore, he's starting to work himself out of the jam that he, inadvertently had put himself into.
Yeah. Made a good shot.
Now, Pagulayan would like to position the cue ball on the bottom rail. Pagulayan would like to position the cue ball, there's the cue ball, over here somewhere. Okay? That's where he would like to position the cue ball.
He could do that off of the 2.
Actually, he would like to position the cue ball overhead, right here. That's the best spot to position the cue ball, right there.
Oh, he froze him on the 2.
Now, that's an excellent spot as well. But, he don't have to be afraid to give him that cut on the 8.
Because he can't get position.
Right, and he will lose the game. So, therefore, ORCOLLO can position the cue ball up in that far right corner. Or he could bank it here. Look, he may be banking and going around the table with the cue ball. Very, very aggressive shot, Danny.
Yeah, he can go 3 rails behind the 8.
Very aggressive shot.
Bank the 5, go 3 rails behind the 8.
This shot requires a real good hit. Very aggressive.
He overcut it, but he went behind the 8.
Very aggressive, Danny.
He went in the hole.
Very aggressive shot. See, that shot was very aggressive because the distance the shot carried. Before contacting the 5, he had a lot of distance to travel before contact. And when you have that much distance to deal with using English, a lot of bad things can happen. That was one of them.
Ocala is going backwards.
At one time, he led in this match, in this game, 7-2, or maybe 7-1. And he had a
7-1.
couple decisions to make that were, in my opinion, easy decisions by playing passively, conservatively, but yet he went aggressively, and I didn't like them. Now look at the score, 5-3 in ORCOLLO, but Pagulayan definitely at the table with a threat to win.
He might
How's
have
that
made
hit?
it. He might have made
How's
it.
that hit?
He made it. He made it. Yeah, what a great shot.
And this guy here, with a little help from ORCOLLO, I might add, but this guy here is unbelievable, Danny. I tell you, unbelievable. You go after the 3-ball combination. You want to play hit the 10 ball as thinly as you can off the 14. That gives you your best chance of pocketing the 6. So
Yeah, he's shooting it. It looks straight on.
Yeah, you
Good
want to
hit.
shoot the 14 into the 10 and almost miss the 10.
It looks straight on for that hit.
See,
No, he didn't
you had to
hit it.
cut it more. Now he's
Right.
left ORCOLLO out of the trap here.
He jumped up in the air, too.
So see, by hitting that shot thinly, very, very little could go wrong. ORCOLLO now looking at the bank, which I really don't like. No.
Well, the only good thing about it is
He's
he
looking to
can get
draw
out.
it.
Yeah, he'll have the 2 if he
Ooh.
makes it.
No, he's going back at the 8 here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or you're going to the side rail. I don't know.
I think he's going to the 2. He is. Oh, he
Oh,
just...
wow. He lost the game
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Or he may not have.
Oh, yeah, he's
Pagulayan
in
needs
bad
4.
shape.
Pagulayan needs 4. By cutting the 8, he's gonna put the 10 on ORCOLLO's side of the table, which is going to be very difficult to get. He may even lose his market on cutting the 6 in after that, because he's going to have to hit this very thinly. He's going to move that 10 on ORCOLLO's side.
He might even leave a bank for
He
himself.
might play the billiard here.
Well, whatever he did, he made it, and he's got the... that was a great shot. Pagulayan needs 3 now. They both need 3.
He's looking at well, I thought he was looking at a bank here. If he banks the 9, he can win. By shooting the green ball, it's very difficult. He wants to come across and just clip the 9. And that's a very difficult shot. He wants to clip the 9 here. Nope, he's able to hit the 9, hit the 2. He's left him a bank, but it's a very inadvisable shot. He's playing for 2. If he gives ORCOLLO the 14, it'll be 2 apiece, but he has to position the cue ball on the rail here. He can bank this and draw it straight back and then across table again.
He makes this, he's out.
He needs 2, Danny.
I don't like shooting this.
He had to draw across
Oh,
table
look
and
at that
back.
shot.
That's what he had to do.
He's got the 9
He's
now.
got himself a shot to win the match.
Yeah, he's going to make this, Billy.
Well, if he misses it, he's going to overcut it. Because this is a kind of a shot, if you miss an overcut, you leave it in a difficult position for
Shoot it and make the
ORCOLLO.
9 and win the match.
Well, he won the match. Well, let me tell you, Pagulayan deserved this match. He played solid one pocket. He never gave up. He took 5 or 6 intentionals. All those intentionals he took allowed him to stay into the game, and he grinded himself in to 2 of the wins in this race to 3. He really deserved this match.
Now it's Pagulayan and Thorpe. He just beat Thorpe. They're playing again.
Okay, we're going to close it up, Danny. It's been a pleasure once again. We're going to be back shortly with the finals between Billy Thorpe, the young 20-year-old sharpshooter who may be the best bank pool player in the world, now in the finals of the one pocket with a two-time defending champion, Alex PAGULAYAN. We'll be back with that match momentarily.
The future of billiards training is here. Introducing the DigiCue, a small electronic coach that fits inside of a custom rubber housing and attaches to the butt end of any pool, snooker, or carom cue. Simply slide the DigiCue onto the butt end of your cue, push the power button, and then play the game of your choice. The DigiCue constantly monitors your stroke for inconsistencies and gives you immediate feedback by silently vibrating when it detects jab strokes, steering, body English or movement, standing up during your stroke. The DigiCue will force you to bear down on every shot. It will condition you to keep your head and body still during your follow-through, leading to a lasting improvement in the consistency of your stroke. The DigiCue comes in 3 different modes: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Get serious about your game. This is Cue Training Evolved. Can you beat the DigiCue?
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the Zero Flex Point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.